If you think about where we've come from a software development perspective, this is just the trend in over the course of time from 2008 to 2019. How many lines of code go into those products, this tractor and this planter in this case? And importantly, for some of you in the room, how many of those were written by hand versus how many of those are written by a computer in the form of a model based software delivery type of system? This is all building up to the idea that technology is woven through these machines. It has been for a very long time, and it's continuing at a fairly accelerated pace. Along with that comes this need for it to continue to develop accelerating value on the product. This chart represents who's familiar with graphical GPUs, graphical processing units, a few of you. So, GPUs are a processing device that has the ability to process a lot of problems in parallel. That's their where they fit in life, if you want to think about it that way. They are the bread and butter of a company called NVIDIA as one of the providers. They were used originally to make video games work. They were the processing engines for the graphics in video games, believe it or not. That's how NVIDIA got its start in life. We use them today to do the processing of the images that come off the cameras on the autonomous tractor and the cameras that sit on the See and Spray boom. And so they're really good at parallel processing, which is what you need from modern artificial intelligence algorithms. This curve is just a demonstrator to show you the capability of those devices with respect to time. It's growing exponentially. What does that mean to agriculture? What does it mean to the equipment? It means that the ability for this machine to go faster than 12 or 14 or 15 miles an hour is going to happen. Going to happen in a relatively short period of time because one of the limiting factors for that today is compute. We need to be able to compute all these images as quickly as possible so we know where to spray, and that determines how fast we can drive the sprayer. But if you put a higher performance GPU on that product, you now have the ability to drive it faster. We talked about how small a weed See and Spray could see, a quarter inch. Remember that? Uh, Better GPUs, faster GPUs give you the ability to run higher resolution cameras. Higher resolution cameras give you the ability to see smaller weeds. This is important because this is the brains behind everything that we do in this era of high automation and autonomy. And it's getting to the point where the capability of these GPUs, this is a dangerous analogy. And if you use it outside of this setting, I'll deny I ever said it. But we're getting to the point where the processing capability in a GPU is not terribly different from how we think of the processing capability of your human brain. And we wouldn't probably have said that 10 years ago. Today, you have the opportunity to at least start to pull that apart a little bit and play with it. Even though it's not really comparable and not really true, we're getting to the point where the processing capability on these products is becoming so significant that it's really not a limiting factor or won't be a limiting factor for much of what we want to do. And historically, it always has been.